Minecraft Superflat. A nice, peaceful land where I am going to commit arson. Where the only two living things are me and the villagers. Alright. I'm here. What do I do? Well, I guess I'll start this world like every other good world, by ransacking entire villages until they have no money or crops anymore with which to feed their family, and they will all inevitably die. No, I was not kidding when I talked about arson. These slimes are already getting to me, and it's day one! Unfortunately, my first blacksmith chest was about as helpful as the slimes. Luckily, there was a second one, and that one was actually helpful. I mined some trees and gathered some saplings. This is the only place that trees will naturally generate. I also picked up a brewing stand before heading off to find another village. The only way to progress in Superflat is by taking obsidian out of blacksmiths. And that's gonna take a lot of villages to get enough for a nether portal. I see it! Oh, blacksmith! Go! On! That's not terrible. It takes a surprisingly long time to even find a single village. Not to mention the chance that that village can spawn without a single blacksmith. And even if a village spawns with a blacksmith, it might not have any obsidian. Eventually I found one, but it took 3.5 precious minutes of my time just to find. You see, I want to get as much done on this world in 100 days as I can. So those 3 minutes wasted just looking for a village are really important to me. Not to mention the fact that this village didn't even have a blacksmith. I mean, I still killed the iron golem, because iron's nice to have, but this one only took 2 minutes to find, but it was just as useless as the last one. 2 minutes 40, and again, just as useless. New record, clocking in at 42 seconds. That's gonna be really hard to beat without a better movement option. And this one actually had a blacksmith! And it was useful! What an incredible day for the Tree and Blocks Nation that consists of exactly one person, which is me. It's very lonely in this world. Please come join me. I need a friend! Since I had everything I needed, I decided to set up camp there. Until I messed up the nether portal, and I had to go off again in search of a new village because I was out of obsidian. I left this on my screen for like 10 minutes, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. This village took a new record of about 6 minutes to find, and was completely useless. Yay! While this annoying line of text was on my screen, I found something a bit odd.
Oh, what? That's a stronghold.
I was looking for a village, and then I found a stronghold. And then I found a village right next to the stronghold, and you better believe there is not a chance that I do not live there.
This is the base. This is the base. No questions about it. 0 questions asked.
Like any sane person, I instantly went up to the stronghold, seeing what loot I could gather from the chests inside.
That's what they look like floating. Now I can get quite a few. My way up. Let's go! Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
My goal is to get through this whole 100 days without dying a single time. And I'm not very good at Minecraft, so that's going to be really difficult for me. And this is definitely the closest I had come to dying at this point.
Oh, I did not think this through. Oh, I did not think. Oh.
Eventually, I just gave up and went back down to the village.
360.
I planted a bunch of trees down because I was going to need a good, reliable source of emeralds before moving on with my main goal of getting full diamond armor. While waiting for the trees to grow, I headed back up to the stronghold, grabbed some lava, and made myself a nether portal. Oh yeah, a crafting table next to a furnace, next to a chest. If that's not textbook for a permanent base, then I don't know what is. On day 5, the nether portal finally lit, and I was able to go in.
I was severely undergeared, so I was taking this with every possible caution. Sneaking around everywhere, looking for enough gold to mine to get a gold helmet, so that the piglins would stop attacking me.
With my gold helmet, I set off in search of a bastion or a fortress. And then remembered that I was still severely undergeared and decided to head back home. But not before finding a bastion. The reason the Nether was so important to me is because it's the only place where gravel naturally generates in a Superflat world. And fletching tables cost 2 flint each. But now that I had 2 fletchers and a bunch of sticks, it was time to get on that grind. It was time to get on that trading grind, baby. Yeah! It was time to become the richest person in the tri-state area.
It was time to become rich.
After grabbing some emeralds, I bought myself iron leggings, and then I was full iron. That's a pretty good start.
I also put down trap doors so the villagers couldn't get into the Nether. I did this because it was the easiest block to use, and since villagers can't open it, surely there's no way they'd get into the portal, right? I got a toolsmith and started leveling him up so he would give me diamond tools. I also made a trash compactor. You know, lava pit in the middle of 4 very, very burnable items. Surely nothing. I'm not gonna make the foreshadowing joke again. Would you look at that? What a surprise! The burnable blocks standing next to literal lava are burning! Wow! Yeah, all I did for day 7 was just trading sticks to Fletchers. But then I had a very good idea. I used left mouse button. You see, using left mouse button would allow me to kill spiders and get string, which I couldn't have gotten before. And that allowed me to build a string duper. And before you say anything in the comments, no, I do not think string duping is cheating, okay? If you want to see a video of this with no string duping, then play through the whole thing and edit it yourself. Well, now that I was printing money like the government, now that I was working very hard to earn all of my money, I was able to pretty quickly max out all of my villagers. Also, throughout all this time, I've been killing iron golems. I just haven't been showing it because I don't think it's that important. So if you see stacks upon stacks of iron because I'm so rich and totally don't have 11, that's where I got them from. That's really all I did for day 8. I duped some string and then went to bed. Good day. At the beginning of day 9, this happened.
Give my PC a second to load. Oh, hi. Did we just say hi back?
After that traumatic experience, I stared at the floor a while before becoming the
Drian has no political views and his lawyer is not blackmailing him to say this thank you.
I had an excess of cakes from leveling the villager up, so I decided to place them around the well. Then I bought some finally good food instead of bread, and went back to bed after a very hard-working day. After filling up the creeper hole, I leveled up some more Fletchers. Hey, wait a second, is that lava next to more burnable things? Surely nothing could go wrong this time. I mean, it's enclosed and... Well, it's not really enclosed, but there's stone next to it, so I'm sure that'll fix everything.
It did not fix everything. It didn't fix anything, and the houses are burning!
I can only hope that I stopped one slime from clumping another clump with this piece of forest fire. I didn't even have to do the arson. The game did it for me. Sure would be a shame if the villagers never raised their prices because economics isn't taught in any
big boy, where are you?
public school. Bought my first piece of diamond armor and went to bed. I crafted a magenta bed.
Boots. Helmet. And chest plate.
Made a second string duper and then slept in said magenta bed. All I did was trade today, and I'd show you that footage, but since my slime rehab, I've been in a much better mood. I can't count, so now we're on to day 16, and I'm finally doing something interesting. I'm going into the Nether in search of blaze rods and ender pearls. I really do want to beat the game quite quick. 11 days later, I'm finally going back to that bastion I spotted on day 5. Bastions are normally really scary, but I'm in full diamond armor, so this shouldn't be much of a problem. Grabbed my first chest today, and it was total garbage. But my second chest was actually really good. Netherite upgrade template. That's so lucky. Luckily, since this was bridges, I was able to destroy the chalice and get all of the ender pearls I needed on my first bastion. After bridging out 500 blocks, I finally saw what I was looking for. Another bastion. Dang it. We're just gonna skip this bastion. Not because the loot wasn't good, but because it was really, really boring. I mean, I stayed here for 10 minutes being as precautious as possible. But then I had a very good idea. I used Shift F3 to see if there was any block entities, and sure enough, there's a chest. You know what a chest with no mob spawner means? That's right, it's third bastion time, baby! Woo! Again, it was good loot, but I spent like 7 minutes just looting this bastion alone. Oh yeah, there's that pink chunk of the pie again. Let's go! This is getting really boring, so I'm just gonna skip to the part where I find the fortress. All of that work, 4 minutes of fighting blazes and 6 blaze rods. Wow. Since I was 2,000 blocks out in the Nether and I didn't want to bridge the whole way back, I decided to go back on foot on the overworld. Nah, I'm kidding. I went back over the Nether roof. It's day 20 and I'm already doing it. Now again, I really don't want to die, so I took this fight very cautiously, not taking much risk, so it was actually quite boring, but hey, I mean, I beat it, and that was my goal. I made it to the Outer End Islands, and then spent 13 minutes searching for a single end city. Got the Elytra, looted a couple of other end ships, it was actually really fun. And then the absolute worst thing possible that could have happened, happened. I'm just gonna let this play out for itself. I'm not gonna commentate over this. Oh my goodness! I am actually, dude, never doubt how clutch I am ever again. Never in your life. I got ping spikes. I got, oh my goodness. Needless to say, that experience shook me to my core, so I decided that I would just head out on the next end gateway I find. I went home and, like any sane person, destroyed an entire library for absolutely no other reason than because I needed 15 bookshelves. I don't know, do you guys think this will be enough for 15 bookshelves? I'm not really sure. We may be getting close to the end of the video by now, and you may be wondering, how are we even close to the end at all if he's only on day 26? Well, honestly, the rest of these 100 days are so grindy and boring that I can't really use most of the footage. It's all the same stuff. And one of the tasks I did a lot was a whole lot of trading. I needed emeralds, XP, lapis, redstone, food, all of which I got from trading. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is the most interesting thing I did all day, and it's just breaking dirt and placing glowstone. I made a cobble gen. That's cool. I still can't count, so now it's somehow day 33. I also started smelting stone into smooth stone for a project that I was gonna make. You know what, maybe I won't even cut this part. I'm sure you guys won't mind a footage of me lumberjacking, right? Yeah, you guys, you know what, I'll just leave you here. And nope, this is boring, even for me. And I'm editing it. Finally started construction on the project. It's gonna be a big, wall, sort of. My hopes are that if I dig a wall big enough, the slimes will just ignore me and go away. Oh, do you want me to commentate on this footage? Because it's not gonna happen. I mean, whoa, look at that smooth stone I just placed. That was crazy. What do you want me to say? This will probably be the last clip of me just smelting things instead of showing you the finished product. But I want you to have this last clip in your mind as a reminder that I had to sit through this whole thing, waiting and placing and waiting and placing. Only the slimes deserve what happened to me, alright? I told you the days would get faster. We're already skipping to day 37. That's right, all I did was wait for things to smelt and then place them and farm the cobble gen for 3 straight Minecraft days. Oh, another pillar! I can't wait for 3 more days of unused footage. Hey, it only took 1 day that time. Would you look at me? I'm getting better. It's the end of day 38 and I'm finally starting something sort of interesting. The slimes have started to really get to me, so I'm gonna build a circle around the entire village to keep all the slimes out. But again, it's mostly just a whole lot of mining and smelting. If you thought regular mining was bad, just wait till you have to farm cobblestone for hours. Each new block is there gonna be diamonds behind this one? It's all, oh yay, another cobblestone collected. Can't wait to do that again 400 more times. Day 40 is when I realized that the circle was off by 2 blocks. It was a pretty easy fix, but it really did give me a small heart attack. Oh, you thought the circle was done? No, that was just the first layer. The wall needs to be at least too high to keep mobs out. Back to mining! Yay! This must be what children in China feel like when they're shipped off to
该视频已被发现具有反政府宣传。该视频现在将立即被删除，任何观看的人都将失去10个社会信用。
Yeah, that's about the best way I can think of to make this interesting. I mean, I'm mining cobblestone. And now I'm all done mining cobblestone. Oh, and now I'm back to smelting cobblestone. What exciting gameplay. I feel like Metaton right now when you're clicking around. There's a dog somewhere. You know, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something tells me this could maybe possibly be a slime chunk. It is no longer a slime chunk. Day 42, I'm here to say that I'm going to be placing glowstone around my base throughout the remainder of this video. I'm not going to show it, it's really boring, just like everything else in this video, but it is happening. The wall is done! Yay! I finally got started on enchanting my armor and tools, which is actually going to take up most of the rest of these 100 days. Day 43, I finally started on a journey that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I headed back to World Spawn and made sure nothing could spawn there so that I could start getting passive animals. This took me an entire hour. I got home day 45 and chickens were spawning. The reason I want passive mobs spawning is so that I can get a horse. A horse would make it much easier to travel to anywhere I needed to be.
I'm gonna skip day 46, but on day 47 I kept enchanting. I also started realizing that I was gonna need a much better method of XP than just trading with villagers. Day 48 I made what I like to call the cake jump. Throughout the rest of the series, if I was waiting on anything, I would come here and try to get in between the gap of two cakes. It's exactly the same height as a crouched player, so it was very, very difficult. Day 49, I went on a bloodthirsty rampage of all the passive animals, because no horses have spawned yet. Surely no foreshadowing would come true on day 50, right? Oh, would you look at that! That's where my villagers have been disappearing to! The reason I was in the Nether is because I needed 2 magma blocks. What do I need 2 magma blocks for, you might ask? I am going to be making a copper farm! Remember how I said I needed that better method of XP? Oh, maybe... Maybe this isn't so good. Well, I'll just let it run for like 20 minutes. I'll come back. Maybe I'll be at level 30 by then. Oh my goodness, my frames and the TPS and the... Oh. Well, after all was said and done, I had 83 levels and this guy had an identity crisis. Day 57, my first wandering trader showed up. These guys are important because they can sell me items like sugarcane that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else. Unfortunately for me, this guy must have been allies with the slimes because all he sold me were lily pads and pumpkins. I lost the footage of me getting the mending villager, but in return I do have the footage of me getting the unbreaking 3 villager. More Fletchers equals more profit, and as everybody knows, money buys happiness. Or at least it does in Minecraft. Day 59 was just cake jumps and trading, but I did get a really, really good bow.
Yep, no, that's about, yeah, no.
Day 60, I just kept killing iron golems. I'm in constant need of new anvils. And then I ran the copper farm for a couple of days. Copper farm successfully ran. Day 63, I got into a little tussle with an iron golem, but I was alright. Barely. I also began construction of the cake tower. It's made in such a way that a horse can run straight up it and go to build height in a couple of seconds. Cake tower for 5 days. Today I'm making my own face because I don't know what else to do. So I went around dyeing sheep, made the outline of my face, made the middle of my face, and then got the screenshot you see in the thumbnail. I spent day 71 trying to tame this cat.
You're greedy! Oh no, you're not! I love you so much!
And then I admired my own face a little bit before going to bed. At this point, I better get tested for dyslexia. But anyway, now it's day 73, and I'm going netherite mining. Day 74, I netherrited. And day 75, I finally got started on a project that I wanted to start a long time ago but refused to. Remember how I said I needed that iron? Well, I'm gonna try making my own iron farm design. Looking terrible, feeling worse. I finally got it all set up. Surely it wouldn't break after like 2 nights, right? I mean, surely there's no obvious design flaws that would cause it to break within 2 nights. It broke within 2 nights. Back to the end I go. What could I be doing? It's an enchanting room! Yay!
I'm gonna put a villager back there who will sell me as much lapis as I need to enchant all of my items. He'll be coming in a minecart when he comes. Wait, now I'm stuck. I need to go grab more water. What? 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 Oh. That's the sound of a man who realized that he has to spend 2 full days just getting back to his base. Finally got this idiot into place. Needed to put a new zombie in place for the farm to work, but I forgot I was on normal, which breaks the farm, so I had to get another new zombie and put the difficulty on hard so that the farm actually worked, and then I got really unlucky and he didn't spawn any reinforcements. So then I brought 3 zombies up to the farm and put them in place, and the farm finally worked. But while I was running the farm, the unimaginably worst thing happened. Well, that's what happens when you don't close the trap door. Before I went AFK to run the farm, I had forgotten to close the trap door. This let a couple baby zombies in, and they even infected my villager that I spent so long pushing up the rails. Oh man, that really stinks though. To cure the villager, I needed the sugar drop from a witch. So I spent 1, 2, 3, ooh, a mob farm, 4, 5 nights just trying to get the sugar drop from a witch. And when I finally did, I was ecstatic. Oh, that feels good! I spent the last few days running the copper farm, and on the day 100, I just took my time and admired the builds that I had made. From just this simple 3 layers of dirt, a couple villages, and a stronghold, I made it here. But I think I think Gameplay Drian will be able to word this better than I ever could. I mean, look at what I've done. Look at this. That's me, bro! Iron Farm! It's so bad. It's so ugly. But I made it. I mean, I made this myself. Now the village is fully intact. I hate these pathetic little losers. But I'm a little sad to see them go. Not sad enough to stop me, I'm just saying. So ugly. But it works really well. You know, I gotta say, for once in this playthrough, Jerome doesn't look so stupid. Don't die, Jerome. Please don't die. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yo! Yo! That was so sick! How am I supposed to get this horse down? Oh goodness. You best believe that when 200 days... Well, if 200 days... You best believe that if 200 days come out, not a single block of this land will be wasted, alright?
But as the sun sets on day 100, I want you guys to know that you have been my greatest treasure all along. Thank you so much for 1.1k. This is so much. It means so much to me, you guys. This has been my dream forever. I guess I can't be talking. I'm not really old enough, I feel like, but it really has been my dream for the same percentage of my life, 100. And I just want to thank you all. Come back if you like this series. If you don't like this series, then I'm sorry I made your day a little worse. But whatever you do, keep calm and treeing on, and I'll see you next time.